Oh, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Santiago, and today I'm taking you to Alicante City. Although we're not going to visit everything, because despite what people say, there's so many things to see in here that I'm not going to have enough time on one video and one coming to visit everything. So I'm going to try to make a short one of these, and then another day I'll be back for more. Okay, let's try to go. Okay. So that's where we come from. Not the monkey, but, well, the apes. And like I was saying before I noticed that I wasn't recording, is now I'm going to have a lot of people on my recordings because it's full of people everywhere. So this is Alicante, and that's Canalejas, which is a park by the marina. We're just going to see a bit later. So there's where you can do sports if you're old or not, if you don't want to pay the gym. So they say Alicante is only known for the beach and that. Well, there's other things to see, as you can see on this video. Okay, so that's one of the big trees we have here that grow like that big. So there's a lot of trees like that in here, and they give a lot of shade and they last the whole year. I mean, they don't lose their leaves in the winter. But as far as I know, if temperature goes below zero or something lower, they die. So for them to become that big, you know that it hasn't gone under that temperature for years. Okay, so I'm trying to get as less people as I can, which is impossible, as you can see, because there's people everywhere, but should be fine. It's gonna be impossible. Those stalls on the right are supposed to be taken away soon, which is a shame because it was it's nice to come here and buy crap from them. And on the left you have places, coffee shops and restaurants. So yeah, basically what I was saying is actually, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm gonna be ranting, but if you want to know, just ask me on the comments. Okay, so here you have it, so I don't have to translate it. And hopefully nobody passing in front of me like before. Which is so rude. Anyways, I said no ranting, so no rant. Alright, so here I shouldn't have any issues because there shouldn't be any one around. So we do have some parks, like this one, with those massive trees, as you can see. That's Plaza de Correos, which was used for other purposes a long time ago, before they habilitated the streets next to the square. Which, so as you can say, correos y telégrafos, which was the post office. So obviously in the winter, as we are now, is not the best because it's kind of cold. But in the summer, it's really nice to come here and be in the shade because there's a lot of shade. Here you have the Hotel Gran Sol, which is one of the tallest buildings here in Alicante. The biggest one is what we call an apart hotel, which is, I don't know the name in English, but you probably have the same kind of things. And as you can see, the tree with the massive roots that come from the branches all the way down. And some doves, pigeons. If anyone knows how to take off people from the shots, just let me know. Cause so that's from across the street. Quick, quick! There's no one now. Well, on Sunday sometimes they play music here, and obviously this is not Argentinian because that means something like a bad word in Argentina, which I'm not gonna say. Just Google it and have fun with it. It's funny that the lights on the buses are blinking, probably because they're LEDs. So, like I said, this is the tallest building. Well, one of the tallest buildings here. Up, and that's okay. Sorry for the lights over there. So apparently, I'm annoying because you suggested I should have an ice cream, so I stopped recording, which is 450 up to three flavors. I took only mango, which is the one I like. Well, you can also have some views of the buildings that are on, on the seafront. I can't go further back, otherwise I'm gonna go underground. This one that belongs now to the Ayuntamiento used to be a hotel, and they had a feud with this one. Which I can't remember exactly how it ended up, but that one was in ruins, and it got bought by the city hall. And you can have chocolate con churros here. And on the other side, you have a roundabout with the flag. Hotel Melia, behind that, there's the beach. And that takes you all the way down to the casino. I'm not gonna get closer to that, but there's people sunbathing on the balconies, which is better than if they do balconing, which is something that Europeans do here. So balconing is made or done mostly by Germans and Brits, and it's basically when they jump out of the balcony to try to reach a swimming pool, and sometimes they just don't. I'm trying to get a better view, but at the moment that's all I can do from the marina because the sun is just on the other side of the tree, and that's the other side of the tree. And you can see the marina with the leisure boats. Well, not this one, but this is the square where we used to go out when it was a university like 1,000 years ago. And there were bars everywhere and discotheques and pubs, and now there's just the casino and that. And of course, because it's Sunday afternoon, probably closed and empty, but it's kind of lame. It's a shame it's all gone. All right, so we're at the end of the docks. So you can have a great panoramic view of what is Alicante, because all of these is Alicante. You even have the Death Star on the background. Yeah, that's no moon. So the cape you can see at the far end here is still Alicante, is Cabo de las Huertas, which is a nudist beach, which I should do a video of, but I didn't have time this summer. And it goes all the way. See, we're gonna go to the far end of these, and this is where the Volvo race happened. I don't know if it still happens, but it's at the top of that volcano thingy. That's where the bars are, where I took the previous video. Okay, so this, from here we have a better view of the castle. That's over there. Up, zooming. I'll make a video from there one day, but not today. So that's the beach by Alicante called El Postiguet. Then La Cantera, La Albufereta, the Death Star, and El Cabo de las Huertas, which is the one I'm gonna do one day. As you can see, from here you have a really nice view of this part of the city. Okay, so that's the view from the other side of the boardwalk, or whatever it's called, however it's called. And you can see, so on your left is the tallest building in Alicante, and then on your right is the hotel we saw earlier. And there's a third one over there, more on the right now, that's also really tall, but it's not like this one, El Riscal, which is an Porto hotel. And let's go quickly before people come on frame, so I can show you exactly where we are. Up. So here you have all the view. And today is getting cold as the sun sets, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stay here without freezing. So despite a baby crying, here you have a couple of restaurants for seafood, like the ones you have in Santa Pola. The marina with all the boats, and the background there, the buildings, and Alicante, kind of the seafront. And we go back to where the casino is. Okay, so before we go from here, I wanted to show, so that's the side of the castle, as you can see over there. And on the cliff, that's why they called La Cara del Moro, which I'm gonna let you try to look to see if you can see the profile of a guy looking towards the sky on the left with a hat on top of it. So that there's a legend about that, but I'm not very fond of those kind of legends and stuff. But if you don't see it, just rewind and try to see the profile of a man looking to the left. Okay, we are in Plaza del Ayuntamiento de Alicante, which is the city hall square, or the square of the city hall in Alicante. And if you remember, and if you don't, just watch the video I did about New Year's Eve and how we celebrate it, because this is where we used to come when we would celebrate the new year, and we would have that clock that would tell you when it was midnight, and we would celebrate here. The square would be full of people. Um, so yeah, look, watch the video about the new how we celebrate New Year's Eve in Spain, and you know that's where we used to do it when I talk about that in the video. Now it's empty because they've took all the Christmas decorations actually. So we are just behind the city hall, which is called Plaza de la Santísima Faz, which is the Holy Face Square or something like that, Square of the Holy Face. Which is, as you can see here on the cross, some religious stuff we have here in Alicante. Okay, so here we are at the back of the cathedral, but in Spanish we don't call it cathedral because um, I'm gonna tell you in a bit. Okay, so now we are at the front, Catedral de San Nicolás. So here in Spain, each capital city of each province has its own cathedral, like Murcia or Valencia. But because Alicante had his capital city was Orihuela, so that's where they built the cathedral. And then when they took the capital ship thingy to Alicante, they built a new one, which is this one. But they couldn't turn it into cathedral properly. So what they did is they called it in Spanish con catedral, which is the only place in Spain that has that. If you go to Madrid, they have their own cathedral, to Murcia, to Granada, to Malaga. Alicante is the only one that has two of them. Okay, so here we are in the Mushroom Street. That is a street here in Alicante where you have only mushrooms. Like this one. It doesn't look very happy. So as you can see, there's a lot of people everywhere. And there were a bunch of kids in this one. So I had to wait until they were gone. San Francisco Street, which is the one of the mushrooms. Okay, let's have one last look before we go. Okay, so the sound is gonna be different because I don't have the microphone anymore. That's a haunted house here. That building is supposed to be haunted, and now it's a government building. Apparently there are ghosts in there. So yes, here you have another look of the haunted house. If you believe in those things. So that's all for today. Part one is done because I'm probably going to come back another day to record more because Alicante has so many things to see and to show, and also Elche. So if you like the video, leave a like. As usual, like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, just drop them in the comment box or DM me. And hope to see you soon. Bye.